Hello, and welcome to Hooters. Hooters on Wolf Road. Hooters make me happy. We are live, Levack and Goz, live at Hooters. It is the dude. Why is this still covered? Hey, will you get that so I don't knock it on the floor? Can you imagine that? I like all the people talking smack, and I'm the one who knocks the NAL championship trophy on the floor. Come on by. We're here. We're live, and of course. It's always a good time to come to Hooters, have a great time. It's been cleaned since the championship, so it has like a lot less funk on it. It's a little shiny now, and this is the first chance to buy the championship T-shirts, the official Albany Empire Championship T-shirts. I think we're at $30 for one, $50 for two. You know, with little sale price. Got to do cash for now, just because we didn't think we were going to have them in time. So we finally got them. They're here. While supplies last, you can come grab your Albany Empire Championship T-shirts here at Hooters.
First, Levack, sorry to cut you off there. The first time anybody here in the Capital Region has an opportunity to get these shirts.
Yeah, to be without stealing them from a player, which also happened. But so we're happy to do that and get you guys. I'm like a dad fixing microphones.
Dad.
You're welcome. But yeah, they're here. We got them. Give people a chance to buy them here at Hooters. And that is if you're listening live on the Tech East Firewater Restaurant Facebook page, the Godzilla Media YouTube, or sitting in Hooters listening to us. If you're listening to this on the record, just keep listening because we'll have another couple locations we're going to hit. I understand our friends over at Chris Cannoli want us to swing by. I think we can probably make that work for them.
Yeah.
So we're here. We're here. We are here at Hooters.
Unfiltered, uncensored, under the orange roof. We can actually
untalented. What?
We can actually say Hooters. We've used the code Orange Roof for so many times before.
We can say boobies.
We can say
all the things. We're online. We're not on air. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
But Big Mo's girlfriend's looking at me. I ain't gonna say nothing right now. I'm gonna behave myself. I don't need Mo. I don't need to offend nobody that Mo can. I'm just over here reading Bible verses to homeless children.
It's home free out there.
Home free. Sorry. So we're here. Come on by, say hello, and again, you'll get a chance to buy the shirts. $30 for a shirt, $50 for two of them. We got select sizes. We're gonna while supplies last. How you doing, man?
Good, man. It's good to be back. I'm happy to be doing this again with you. This is one of our favorite spots, and we get to have a show here live, and I'm probably gonna spend the whole night here live. We got a fantasy draft here later tonight as well.
I don't know. I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm a little dented. So
your birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a wee bit dented. So I don't know how long you can actually consider me alive, but I am here and I'm breathing, and it's a lot of it is Mike Corda's fault. It's the man who runs Tech East, the man who is one of the owners of the Empire, looked at me yesterday and went, "It's your birthday. Why are we working? Let's go to lunch." And I didn't drive, so I believe I drank my body weight in tequila at lunch. So that happened. So the fact that I'm upright and breathing right now, pretty much a miracle. The
big 4-5. I texted you. I didn't put anything on social media. I don't know. Is that a rule? Am I supposed to do that? I'm back on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if I'm supposed to send something to you, but I just sent you a text. Do you have the text? Do you remember what I sent you?
Congrats, I did it.
That's right.
Yeah, I was born to. I did it. Big Mo. It's always good to see Big Mo. I've heard there's a 50-50 chance we're going to be able to get Big Mo back in the future.
That's how you negotiate on a live forum. Put it in your favor. That's right.
Moki's posted all these retirement posts. I don't believe it for a second. I think it's all negotiation.
I am done.
No, that's not true.
Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it.
Nobody has to believe it. I believe it. I am done.
You've said this to me before, though.
Say enjoy retirement, Mo.
Enjoy retirement.
Thank you.
Until next season, Mo. I'm like Mike's negotiating, we'll say.
Mo's just unretired.
Hey, Rob Storm's on the phone already.
Yeah, no. Rob Storm, one of the other team owners, is already calling Mo. Yeah. You had a history with him. You guys are tight. Bye, Mo. Bye,
Mo
bye.
Ruffins, there you go.
Oh my God.
That was Marshawn Lynch. Where's the camera? Where's the mic? I'm retired.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Marshawn signs with the Oakland Raiders.
Right, exactly. There was a moment where we're talking to Mo right before we came on, and he goes up and they're running the Jets Packers preseason game right now. You can watch it, a little rerun action. And he points to the field. He goes, I was here. And then he points down to the fans. He goes, I'm going to be here. I'm like, you started last season over here with the fans. And then you went, you know what? They need an offensive lineman. I wouldn't mind a ring. Let's go get one. And here we are. So I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it, that Mo's not coming back. At least, and let's put it like this. If Mo doesn't come back, the only person who's been able to withstand my badgering has been Joe Sykes. Joe Sykes is the only one who's ever withstood my badgering when it comes to unretiring. You know what I mean?
I think I'm shocked that he didn't put on a helmet, pads, and play for you guys this year. Didn't happen. No,
and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that it was the team was the defensive line that he was coaching was playing really well and just kept getting better. And then Brandon Cisse came back, and we got Chris Martin, and he went, you know what? I'm pretty good at this coaching thing. I'm pretty good at this. But no, so we are here. I am alive. 45 freaking years old. And I make it look good. That's all I'm going to say.
So would you wouldn't put yourself at 100% for this show, or you've recovered? I know you texted me, said I need to take a nap.
I didn't get to take a nap. I did not get to take a nap. That did not happen. No way. No rest for the president of the Albany Empire.
That's presidential stuff right there.
Yeah.
Sleep is your competition.
I like that. I might use that. No, so yeah, but we're here. We're having fun. We're at Hooters. Come on by, say hello. Lindsay's here. She's got not only can you get championship T-shirts, you can also get yourself set up for your season tickets. The season tickets, we're getting those rolling as well. Everything up and running. Everything's starting to move forward. The Albany Empire looking to defend that title. Go for another one, and you can be in the stands for that. I really don't know what to do today because, again, I'm not a tequila drinker, but I drank a lot of tequila. So, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Why don't we go back in the past of the last time you and I hosted a show together? We discussed the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles, and more so the focus on the Yankees because of how good they were. And I believe since that show, they haven't lost a game. And you had tossed the idea out there of what's more likely to happen for the rest of the season. The New York Yankees win a bunch of games or the Orioles lose a bunch.
I asked what number would be greater for the rest of the season. Yankees wins, Orioles losses from that moment forward. And it's a pretty damn close situation right now. Like, it's pretty close. Did you see the one I sent you? It was since the cat ran on the field. So the Orioles win that one. But since that cat ran on the field, the Orioles, now they've won the last two.
Yeah, that's called a winning streak.
We're like 2-19, 2-20, something like that in the last 22 games, something like that.
Yeah, 2-21.
The Yankees have lost 3 games over that time, and they haven't lost in the last 11. Longest win streak of the Yankees since the 80s, the early 80s now. I'm just putting that out there.
The cat should be legendary. The cat should be talked about like the Billy Goat, like Babe Ruth. Like the rally monkey for the Angels years ago. That's how it should be. It should be like this guy yelling at Saratoga. It's almost louder than like that. That's what it all should be. That's what the cat should be. Like, it is truly like 2 years ago was the Savages in the Box. This has become every special should be about the cat. Right?
like a
changed the season.
Kevin Harlan's voice or something. Like, and that was the moment everything turned for the Yankees. The cat had 9 lives, which equated 11 straight wins. Hopefully 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is one of those moments like, what is it, Greenberg used to say, we're paid over reactors,
yes.
For sports talk. When we were talking about the Yankees not too long ago, it was legitimately, here, if you're going to look, here. People would much rather look at you. Just look right in that. Yeah.
Yeah, they can see you.
Get over here. There you go. It is. Yeah, but we're online. Maddie's here. If you want to come say hi to Maddie, she's playing hard to get, but I think eventually it's gonna be Maddie Levack. It's gonna be. I just grabbed her butt. I didn't mean to, but I didn't mean to grab her butt, but I'm not upset about it.
Hi, is this better? Can you zoom in closer?
Yeah, that's creepy. Hi. You look like that girl online who does the creepy face. I completely accidentally grabbed Maddie's butt, and I'm not mad about it. So that happened. I was going to put my arm around her, and I got hit the table, and my hand went forward.
It was an accident. It's been recorded. There you go.
It's the greatest accident ever. It's like when you fall. It's like, oh, excuse me. Oh. Yeah.
You were saying something about the Yankees, that the Yankees were continuing to find ways to win because of the cat and everything else. Look, they added to the lineup. They got Rizzo. The bullpen might scare people still, but they got everything they want. They smash home runs. Now, Yankee fan has to decide, like, is Clint Frazier ever going to come back? Do they need Luke Voigt? These are unbelievable problems to have, where you've got so much talent now in this Yankee lineup across the board, where you actually have impact players sitting on the bench because the starting nine is just so much better. The starting nine is that good.
Well, and it's the Luke Voigt thing is something that I kind of find like hysterical. The how dare he say he wants to play? How dare he? No, I love it, and he's playing well. It's always that conversation for Yankee fan, and you would think after the horrific injuries of years after years after years, we'd stop saying it. Well, where are you going to put him? Where are you going to put Luke Voigt now they got Rizzo? I don't know. Maybe Rizzo's going to end up on the COVID list, and then you're going to need Luke. Yeah, but what happens when he gets back? What are you going to do then? I don't know. Maybe we're going to need a DH. I don't like until you just enjoy the embarrassment of riches, ride this thing. But the reason I brought up the overreactor part, I was finally buckling to the whole. You know what? Maybe they do need to go in a different direction. Maybe Boone has to go. Maybe we don't work here. We're just doing a show.
No. What a compliment for us, by the way.
I know that she thought we were Hooters girls. That worked out well. That's all that extra all the extra bench presses I've been doing. Yeah, I got the man boobs going, the moobs, if you will. Got a nice brosier rocking.
I like how I flexed like that's going to get me hired in Hooters. These biceps. Yeah. All right.
No, but I'd given into it. I'd given in. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe they have to go a different direction.
You were going away from "in Cashman we trust," the phrase that you invented on like the back of a $1 bill.
Yeah, I kind of was. And now, it's just one of those things where you sit back and you understand that sometimes the best action is no action when it comes to 162 regular season games. And that's why guys like Boone are good managers. He's, is he a La Russa? Is he one of the all-time great Lasorda? No, I don't think he is, but is he the right guy to manage a superstar team? It looks like that's the case.
Now, when you reconsidered your thoughts on Cashman and the organization and Boone, is it because of what Monty just left the comment and said that once you were named President Levack, you thought Randy Levine was a bum and yet you should take over for Randy Levine? Your new presidential thought process made you reconsider the organization.
The only correction I'll make that is I've always thought Randy Levine was a bum. I hate Randy Levine. He looks like every sleazy executive from an 80s movie. Like he looks like the guy that you shouldn't let. Like when your wife calls you, hey, I'm working late in like one of those movies, The Girlfriend, you should instantly tell her to come home because that guy's in the other office. That's what he looks like. And he broke Dylan Matanzas. He broke him. He's an evil human. But that's the only difference. Yes, I'm very happy being president of the Albany Empire because I get to torture Lindsay. I get to torture Mike Korda and all the other guys and everybody there. But hey, I would accept the president role of the New York Yankees if it were offered. If it were offered, I would accept it, and I would be probably just as bad at that as I am at this. Like this is like it's literally like you let Coach Manaz do all the work. You let Korda and Tradico and Kane and all those guys do all the work. And then you just sit back and rock around with a presidential seal. That's what you do. Right. You let Lindsay do a lot of the work, make a presidential seal for you, arts and crafts, and then you look like you know what you're doing. And that's it. Design nice shirts that we can sell at Hooters. And I delegate.
Yes,
I delegate.
Right. That's how to do it. See, here's how I feel for Cashman and Boone. Right now, they were pushed to, like you said, diehard Yankee fans had to make a decision. Okay, are these the guys or are they no longer the guys? And they made the move to make the team completely better with Gallo and Rizzo. And because of those additions, the team got significantly better. But this American League playoff scenario, it's going to be, and just if you disagree with one of these teams, I feel like it's already locked in. It's going to be the Rays are going to the playoffs. The White Sox are going to the playoffs. The Astros are going to the playoffs. The Yankees will be a wild card team. More than likely, probably is going to be the Red Sox as the other team. That's just who I'm leaning towards right now as the other wild card team. So you've already got it locked in. So as good as Cashman and Boone have been right now, this is going to sound lame, and you're going to want to boo me or maybe salt me physically.
Boo!
Are they peaking too soon? Like, do we believe in that stuff? Is that a real thing? Can you get good too fast? Like, you would rather have this in October, obviously, but do you believe in peaking too soon?
You don't think they can track down the Rays?
I hope to God they do. You know I can't stand the Rays. It's far better for baseball if the Yankees don't get bumped in a one-game wild card because somebody is a. Do I think that
Yeah, I think they track down. I think you're right about who goes to the playoffs, but I think you're wrong about the seeding. I think the Yankees are going to track them down. I think they're getting hot at the right time because you needed to get hot because you were bad for so long.
You know what? Yeah, I do think they could track down the Rays. The talent versus talent. I say this every year about the Tampa Bay Rays versus New York Yankees. Lineup, pitching, all that stuff is better for New York. So, yeah, the way they're playing right now, absolutely they can catch Tampa, and I hope they do catch Tampa. And if it happens, yes. Right now there's no team better in baseball right now than New York Yankees. So, yes, I'm rooting for them to have it happen. And I'll say they will catch him because Tampa, as much as they play that weird baseball where the pitchers get changed and Kevin Cash is trying to reinvent the sport, yes. So if that's the case, I do think New York can catch Tampa, and I hope to God they do. So I don't need
Is
to
that
watch
because
the
old
Rays.
people live in the Tampa area usually? It's usually a lot of old people there?
Well, yeah.
And you have a known history of hating old people?
Get the old people in Trop, right? I heard a stat last week that the Trop, as good as the Rays are, still, they had the lowest attendance in the history of the month of August and July, and the team is still in first place. They won the American League last season. How is that good for the sport to have the Yankees, a national worldwide brand, sitting second to a team that can't outdraw a minor league baseball team? So I'm all with you. Yes, please, New York, catch Tampa so we can talk about a potential matchup in the World Series like Yankees-Dodgers or Yankees-Braves or Yankees-Giants are the best team in baseball, you could argue, too. I want to see some of these national, worldwide brands represent the sport of baseball. I'm all about that.
You know what's interesting about like the streak, like the way they're winning right now. You know, on top of the fact that they're just winning, which is great. You would think it would all be like the biggest story would just like Cole. Cole's almost like a footnote in most people's stories that they're telling right now about the way this team is performing. Tyone finally has a bad outing, but even he looks like he's ready to go. And this is a team that's firing all cylinders. You swept the Sox. You couldn't sweep anybody. You couldn't sweep the floor. And now all of a sudden you're sweeping, it's one game series with the Angels, so you can't really count that. But you're sweeping Boston. You're sweeping the Twins. You sweep the Braves. You've got one win already against the A's. Are they gonna keep sweeping? I don't know, but they're rolling, and the stories aren't what you would expect them to be. Like the story is Tyone, the way he's pitching. Cortez is pitching. All these other guys, and like Cole's just doing his job. Just putting on that hard hat, grabbing the lunch pail, which is full of $300+ million, and heading in. But injuries in the bullpen, stuff like that makes me a little nervous. But they're just playing really solid baseball. I look ahead. You got some games against the Orioles coming. You got a lot of fun games. You finished the season. How great would this be? October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. If the division is within 3, you got a 3-game series at Yankee Stadium hosting the Rays.
Look at Major League Baseball setting up that schedule. They knew exactly what they were doing. They thought those two teams would be in contention at the end, and sure enough, you get those final 3 games against one another. Awesome.
So Tom's here. Seen a lot of Empire Orange running around. A lot of Empire Orange. There he goes, getting his shirt.
He kind of looks like Coach Tom Coughlin.
He does. Yeah, that's like Coach Tom Coughlin. You didn't know that? Tom Goz is also Coughlin. It's his alter ego. It's where he hides when no one's around. It's just fun. It's good. It's Yankee baseball is fun to watch again. Obviously when they're winning. Actually, for me, Yankee baseball is fun to listen to in my yard with a cigar and a glass of bourbon on ice. That's what it's about. But needing them back. Conversely, the team that looked like they were going to run everybody over, the Mets, they fell off completely. Could they still turn it around? No, over.
They're done.
Over.
They're as toasted as somebody hanging out at Hooters till midnight. They're absolutely done. DeGrom got injured. Francisco Lindor is nowhere close to what he needs to be. Bryce Harper and the Phillies. I'd rather see Harper and the Phillies get there. Atlanta's in the mix. The Mets are done. The Mets are absolutely done. That division, talent-wise, caught them. They fell apart without DeGrom. No, Mets are done. Sorry, Mets fans. You had the chance. You blew it. It's over.
But that's another one. So am I gun shy to overreact because of what happened with the Yankees this season, where I look at this team, the Rojas and everybody else, I still think they should have a chance. You know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily I'm not so much saying a chance at the postseason or anything like that. Like I'm not sure I want to shake up the front office too much or the manager too much. I think it was our boy Jamal who posted, "Go hire Beltran," because he got hosed. I don't hate the idea. Like, should Carlos Beltran get an opportunity to manage the Mets
Already? He's already ready to dump Rojas?
No, but I'm just, yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are ready to dump Rojas.
Man,
all right. Let's walk it back for a second. Should Beltran be given a chance to manage in Major League Baseball?
Yes.
Okay, so why not the Mets? If the Mets have an epic luck, if Steve Cohen doesn't do something, doesn't that go against everything we thought he was going to be as an owner?
If Steve Cohen fires Rojas that fast, we are talking about Steve Cohen as the next Jerry Jones, Al Davis, George Steinbrenner, where he's a super aggressive owner that just replaces the manager, arguably, or coach too fast. Because I think about the Mets and Rojas. Look, they can't hit. They try to get some bats in there. They're not performing. Cohen was very vocal about this. We saw it on social media. But if DeGrom is out there pitching once every 5 days, and he's Jacob DeGrom, we're probably sitting here doing this show in the end of August, and it's the Mets, Braves, and Phillies within 2 games of each other. Because DeGrom's the best pitcher in baseball, and he's going out there performing like it. And he was looking like peak all-time great pitcher earlier this season. That's how good DeGrom was. So if you told me that Rojas was making these bad calls and yanking DeGrom early, or he was messing with the lineup, I could sit down and say, you know what, maybe they made a rushed decision in getting rid of Beltran over the stuff involving the Astros. I would give Rojas a little bit more time and a healthy DeGrom and see if we still evaluate him the same way.
Yeah, I don't like to just yell fire the manager. You know, I'm not that guy. But I do. You got, all right, walk it from this way. Beltran gets hired somewhere else, and he lights it up. Instant turnaround guy. You instantly see improvement. There's something, he knows the right buttons to push or you know, where to put the cameras or whatever. Whatever. Nobody's going to care if you're winning. And you're a Mets fan, and Rojas isn't the guy. How do you look back on that? How do you handle that? Are you going to be okay? Like, you know what I mean?
I think you look back at it the same way you look back at Alex Cora in Boston and AJ Hinch in Houston and wonder, okay, we know they cheated. We know they went over the top to cheat. But just because they cheated doesn't make them awful managers. It's almost like the kid was an A student. That's how we'd look at it. A kid who's an A student cheated on the test to get an A+. Okay, I mean, you shouldn't have done that. You're still a good student. Don't cheat anymore. That's probably the way we put Beltran. Now, look, Hinch and Cora are both champion managers, and maybe even to put Beltran in that discussion with them is unfair, but he's a part of staffs that were champions. Should he get another chance at baseball? Yes, I believe he should, unless he's become the fall guy for this. Is that's what happened with Carlos Beltran? Are we going to look back and say, yeah, Hinch and Cora were the guys who were in charge, but everyone just pushed Beltran underneath the bus and said, sorry, wow, that bus is really heavy, man. I'm employed now and you aren't.
All right, so Cora goes into purgatory exile for like a year, right? And now he's back. The Sox played it pretty well. Now, again, you got to envision this. Beltran gets hired. Pick anywhere, Kansas City. I don't care, wherever, and they're great. They're instantly world beaters, and the Mets suck. If you're a Mets fan, how pissed off are you that you didn't bring him back?
You're pissed,
right?
You absolutely are.
I mean, you're going to have to deal with this year in a different way, because what happens in New Orleans? What do you think if Jameis Winston all of a sudden looks like Jameis Winston, who was the number 1 overall pick? Now it's a little easier for you because you got a Super Bowl with old man Brady, but you know, if he goes out there and he lights it up and he leads them to a championship or two after Brady's gone, how do you handle that? Are you rooting for him, or you pissed off?
It is way easier to deal with it because they won a Super Bowl. Yes, if New Orleans had lit it up and New Orleans won the division and went to the conference title game and won it, I would be pissed. I'd be like, we made a horrible decision. Can we get him to come back, please? But I'm okay with the Super Bowl. It makes sense. And I'm one of these people that I'm not rooting against Jameis Winston most of the time. I'm rooting against Jameis Winston twice a year. Both times when he plays against the Buccaneers. I feel like Jameis Winston.
It could be as much as 4 times a year because you might need 2 lower losses to get over them because
the Saints did, and the Saints and Bucks played each other 3 times last year because they played each other in the playoffs. I'm rooting for his success. I actually thought it was a freezing cold take. I thought Taysom Hill was going to be the starter because Taysom Hill was the starter last year.
And they clearly loved him. They clearly love him.
Look, they liked him. Plus, here's the game Winston had a good game against. Jameis Winston torched the Jacksonville Jaguar defense in a preseason game. He wasn't out there against like the Washington football team or the Buccaneers or some like stacked defense. He beat the worst team in the NFL's defense, who, by the way, lost 15 consecutive games last season. They're like, oh my God, Jameis Winston looks so good against a historically bad NFL. That's all it took, huh? We're going to ignore the 30 interceptions. We're going to ignore how Taysom Hill played last season in place of Breeze. Like, good for Jameis Winston. I'm proud of him, but like the fact that the evaluation was how'd you play against the worst team in the NFL in the preseason got him the job. Okay.
I think Jameis Wilson, I think he's set up to, I think he's going to be pretty good.
He's going to put up a lot of numbers.
So he's got the LASIK surgery. He's got the repaired rotator cuff. He's got all that, right? And he's been brought along slowly. And some of the points that I've heard made on why you evaluate him so highly in that one is there were obvious interception moments that Jameis Winston of the Buccaneers would have thrown that ball in the wrong way. He didn't. He took the check down. He took the hit. He didn't make the stupid decision. He made the smart decision. I think he's set up. I think he's poised for success. I think you see, and if it works, watch more and more teams start doing exactly that, where you bring the guy in, you kind of shield him, you rebuild him in your image if you're Sean Payton, and then you go forward. I think it's what Gruden's trying to do with Mariota at the same exact time. I think he's got Mariota get rid of Carr. He's playing with, he's molding, he's trying to get him where he wants him, and then who knows who the quarterback. There's a scenario where Derek Carr doesn't finish the season as Raiders quarterback.
That sounds like you think it's going to happen. It sounds like that's a hot take.
I don't know.
A cold take. You're giving a hot take.
I literally don't know. Like, you should know. I mean, this guy, 8 games last year, he threw for over 275 yards or more. He did all these great things for you. You would think that's your guy. And what you brought in, the Drake and Josh show. You got, Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs in your backfield, which I think they're going to be a huge part of what they're doing. I think you're going to see more and more plays with Mariota, and I wouldn't be shocked if by the end of the year it's Mariota's job. Just because it's Gruden. What's more Gruden than that? It's
interesting you bring up the Raiders because I saw you having a rant on social media about your team, the Vegas Raiders.
I don't even. Like, by the way, Matt's fans, you're screwed. We just got away from it though. It was more important.
I didn't realize this athlete was a lifelong Raider fan, Levack.
That's such
Alex
crap.
Rodriguez.
Such crap. He's such a pile of
shit. For those who aren't on social media,
he is such a pile of shit.
Isn't it so much more fun to swear?
I didn't even want to. I don't usually swear in the microphone.
I knew you would under the orange roof. I knew you would.
I don't, because once the microphone goes on, my instant internal sensor hits. Oh, by the way, Bill just messaged us on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook as well as some other things. Yeah, and he I'm gonna have to say that in a second. I'm gonna have to say it. He said you're gonna have to show the girls at some point. Well, first of all, Maddie's already been on. Second of all, come here, Bill. Trust me, just come here.
You know where Bill's from? Bill's a alumni of Salve High School.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
He's one of my trivia guys. Shout out to Bill.
So if you're just tuning into the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook or the Godzilla Media YouTube or whatever, we're selling. We had more of the national champion, the National Arena League champion shirts made, and somebody wrote, "Oh, that's where they went." First of all, you don't even know how many I made. Second of all, I'm pretty sure you have one at least. Third of all, I picked these up today from Screen Design, Michael. Oh, that's where they went. We just picked these up today. Had more made for the fans, for the people. $30 cash, cheaper than anywhere you're going to get anything. A good shirt of this quality. Oh,
look at what you did, Michael. I tried to set up for an A-Rod rant, and he actually got more upset about that. Michael.
So that's where they went. Oh. Michael.
He's not getting one now.
He's already got one, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that's where they went. So Alex Rodriguez posts. He's at the game, and he is he? Did they say he was a lifelong?
No, I just added that because I
Oh.
saw your rant, and I saw the stadium.
that's the end of the season. Like that's like the wedding singer. Take off my Van Halen shirt before you jinx him and break up the band. Like Alex Rodriguez sitting in the Big Al in full Raiders gear, pointing at the camera. And by the way, did you see he's with all his friends? No one's around him.
Steven Glansberg over there.
Yeah. I was just like, I was like, well, there goes my season. I thought, because I think there's some creativity going on with the Raiders, especially the defense and everything. And it's over. So you can't win now. Now that a turd is running around in the silver and black.
That stadium, the Vegas, the Big Al, as you call it, I was a little creeped out initially by that team. Creeped out because remember that 30 for 30 they did with Al Davis and all the old Raiders? They had him as like ghosts, like CGI'd. We interviewed the director, and I thought, like, man, this 30 for 30 is kind of weird. So I got turned off by the stadium. It is something from outer space. But A-Rod has now become the most hated athlete, and at one point he became likable. He was on Shark Tank. He's doing stuff with Barstool. He's doing stuff on television.
J-Lo.
Yeah, there was like a period of time where Alex Rodriguez was actually more loved than Derek Jeter because Jeter was going through the Marlins stuff and all that. Like,
How dare you? How dare you?
Guess what? It's back to normal.
Oh.
All right, now Alex Rodriguez, he dumped J-Lo, or he got dumped by J-Lo.
He got dumped.
It is back to A-Rod being the worst. I believe the rumor was he cheated on her. Right? Was the rumor out there? Page 6, you're reading it.
I choose to believe that she just figured out what was going on, that she could do better. I think that's what it is. I want to.
Go ahead.
It's
the world of podcasts. Is it Michael again?
Yeah. I don't like. Yeah. I'm
unfiltered, uncensored, under the orange roof. Levack is now typing back on Facebook to Michael. He's not getting a shirt?
No, not for me. Well, you get $30. If he wants to buy two, you can give him for 50. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So I just want to go on a full-blown rant.
How about this? While you cool
rant.
off a little bit, let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Yes, no, you
John
go
Stone
first.
Supply in Troy. If you're looking to change your home, John Stone Supply in Troy can help you do that. If you're looking to make a change, heating, ventilation, make the trip over to 6th Avenue in Troy and say hello to the crew over there. How about this? The pride of John Stone Supply in Troy. My guy Tom is here representing the business. There is nobody under more pressure today in the fantasy football league we're going to draft for Godzilla Media than my guy Tom, who's representing John Stone Supply in Troy. Stop over there, ask about questions and more. John Stone Supply in Troy. For more information, head over to our YouTube page where you can see the number, all the ways to contact them and more. John Stone Supply in Troy, making the upgrades. And a shout out to our friends over at Mohawk Honda. Levack, selection is king this summer. I had my sister-in-law ask me, where do I get a vehicle? How do I do you ever listen to me? Do you ever listen to the show? You just rode around in the Pilot more than I did the past 2 weeks, and you wondered where you could get a vehicle from. The answer is Mohawk Honda right there on Freeman's Bridge Road. Say hello to my guy Greg Johnson, Cam McKenna, and the entire crew over there. My Pilot, my favorite ride I ever had in my life. Do the same for you. Trade in your vehicle. So many places here in upstate New York do not have the selection you're looking for. Mohawk Honda does. Stop in and get the vehicle that you want. Drive off the lot with exactly what you're hoping for and get cash in your pocket. Selection is king this summer, and the spot for you is Mohawk Honda, where they always go out of their way to please you. And Levack, I want to give a shout out to some great people over at Techie's Fire and Water Restoration, your best way back to normal. I think you know them very well.
I do. There's some great people over there, like Jeremy, Don, Jay, everybody not named Mike.
I got to say this about Mike. He looks like he's been working out again, doesn't he? And just after the championship again, the guy always looks better and better every time I see him. Proud sponsor of Godzilla Media, hopefully for the future.
God's trying to make sure he's on color commentary or play-by-play for next Empire season already. Techie's Fire Water Restoration, your best way back to normal. Check them out online, tefirewater.com. Phone's been ringing off the hook. People getting help, from everything from, just flooding with all the rain we've had. Mold, this heat has been disgusting. It's not good for your house either. Fire, first people you should call is us. We'll come take care of you. We'll take good care of you over at Techie's Fire and Water Restoration, your best way back to normal. tefirewater.com. All right. Bill, thanks for the shout out. El Iga said, "Hey, there's been a female cameo. Look, as soon as one of them comes back over here, I'll put the camera on her. I'm not afraid at all. But they are working. It's a nice there's a good little crowd here tonight. A lot of Empire shirts tonight. A lot of Empire shirts, and there's gonna be more leaving because you can get the championship shirt right here tonight because we had more made because we think like that. We think ahead. We fix problems. That's what we do. We fix problems. We don't just complain about them.
Smell that, Levack. It is football season. The Albany Empire are champions, and college football and the NFL are now less than 2 weeks away for kickoff. Week 0
Can't wait.
is this weekend. The following weekend is week 1, and the NFL less than 2 weeks away when the Cowboys take on the Buccaneers. It's fun to talk about real games that actually matter here very soon.
You get Super Bowl hangover for your Bucks?
No.
No, they're going to be good.
Everybody's coming back. Like everybody. 11 across the board on offense, 11 across the board on defense. Here's the problem I have about whether or not the Buccaneers.
You know that one year, Brady's going to be too old to play quarterback in the NFL. It's going to happen.
If I had to go to Rivers Casino right now, I'll do it. I'm going to give my Super Bowl pick right now.
All right.
If I had to go to Rivers Casino, and I'm just going to one more time brag about this because the last time I'm going to be able to do it, I had Chiefs-Bucks preseason last year. Nailed that pick. Cashed that ticket. I didn't get to talk about it on a certain forum, but that's besides the point of when that actually happened. I had Chiefs-Bucks preseason. This year, the Buccaneers are going back to the Super Bowl, and they're going to play the Buffalo Bills. Bills-Bucks Super Bowl this year. Here's why Tampa did get to the Super Bowl last year. They had an incredibly easy draw in the postseason. They got arguably, maybe, quite possibly, the worst playoff team in NFL history with that Washington football team who was playing a third-string quarterback. They got the Saints a third time, a team they lost to twice in the regular season, and then they played a Packer team they beat by 4 touchdowns in the regular season. So they got an incredible draw in the postseason. I admit that as a Bucs fan. But I've got Tom Brady. I've got elite wide receivers. I've got additions to the backfield. I've got the best offensive guard in the NFL from Hobart College and Ali Marpet. Give me the Bucs, and I will take the Bills over the Chiefs this year for this reason. Buffalo could have easily gone after a running back in the draft. I'm saying probably think they should have. But they said one thing. How do we get to the Super Bowl? Pressure Patrick Mahomes. They focused on defense. That's their goal, to beat the Chiefs. They get enough this season. Bills fans, you're going to the Super Bowl out in Inglewood, but you're going to lose again to the Bucs.
They might go if they buy enough tickets.
The Bucs or the Bills or both?
Both.
Ooh.
Chiefs are going back, and they're going to play the Rams. Rams are going to do the whole win in our own hometown. That Rams team is filthy. It's filthy. They are filthy. You got Stafford. You got Sony Michel. You got that. I think Sony's going to have a nice year for them. You want every feature running back in McVay's offense is gold, and they went and got him for a reason. This is the Rams. Stafford might even be MVP this year.
Ooh, I like the Stafford MVP thing because it's really going to be interesting to see how much did Sean McVay make Jared Goff look like a good quarterback. Because McVay has been talked about as this all-time genius with offense. He's been the guy who is going to be the next big thing in the NFL. Stafford's been a quarterback in the league for 12 years. It was at one point the highest paid quarterback rookie in the history of the league because of those contracts. I'm curious to see how far. I like the MVP pick better than the Super Bowl pick because I'm curious about who's going to actually run the football. Maybe they'll sign somebody like Todd Gurley to come back. Probably not, but like Le'Veon Bell or some rookie to come back. The NFC West, you're going to be tested all season because that Cardinal and Seahawk and Niner division is tough. But if you can buy that, okay. And then you like the Chiefs going back with Mahomes. So you have the Chiefs over the Rams, or do you think the Rams beat them? McVay gets his first.
I think McVay gets his first.
Okay.
Because I think your question, I think your quarterback question, the way you set it up is a good one, but I will look at it the other way. How bad did Detroit make Stafford look? Not how good did McVay and LA make Goff look, with his little tiny hands. How bad did Stafford look because of Detroit? Like, I think you're going to see him. His numbers aren't going to be great right off the rip. But as the season goes on, they're going to get better and better and better and better. You want fantasy insight? If you end up with Stafford and Kupp on your same fantasy team, you're going to be printing points every week. They're going to every week. I think it's going to be 2 touchdowns between the two of them every week.
Ooh, that sounds like a little tease for who could be on Team Levack in the fantasy league.
But it sucks, though, because we're sitting here in front of, like, the rest of your Godzilla minions, the Goz minions.
Proud contributors of Godzilla Media.
And they're all sitting here listening to us break down what we're going to do. And then we're going to draft against them. They're going to be sitting there going, oh, well, I know the fat guy wants Sony Michelle. You know what I mean? Like, it's not – I feel like they should have to give us, like, their mock drafts.
Right now?
Yeah. Not on the show. I want them to be good. Like, I don't know about those shows. They all suck.
They're great.
But they're terrible. Terrible shows. All terrible. All terrible. I didn't train any of those people on how to do radio. Maybe half of them.
So you got the Rams, Chiefs. I got Bills, Buccaneers. I'm going to place my bet probably this weekend and see if I cash it in. All right, here's a question. You still have the Bills, the playoff team, right? Do you how many New York teams? And I don't want to hear the New York, New Jersey stuff in the comments. If you do that, I don't know if we're actually able to block people, but you'll be the first blocked person on Godzilla.
We remove your permission to listen. About to get the birthday song.
What do we do here during the birthday song?
Can we show it? I don't have. Do I?
I think you can spin it around.
Can I do that? I don't know if I'm allowed to.
This young man will be embarrassed now in front of everybody.
There goes Tom.
Media. There you are.
Tom. There it is.
This is live.
There it is. This is happening. Yay! Cole is 18, everyone.
Just play-by-play for Hooters. This is stuff you can only get on the podcast.
Here we go. She's shaking it. She's shaking it. Shaking it like a Polaroid picture. There we go. All right. I'm sorry, Cole.
Cole is entering puberty at this moment.
I would stage dive. Wouldn't you just stage dive?
Look at Cole.
All right.
Congratulations.
I didn't show Cole at all. I didn't care about Cole one bit. Cole was just a vessel to get me more action up here. That's all I'm talking about. So New York. So I think well, if the Bills were in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be shocked at all. If the Giants were able to sneak in with a wild card, wouldn't be too shocked. That's all about Daniel Jones. Is Daniel Jones good enough? That we're going to find that out. There's no excuses. There's nowhere to hide this year. You've been given more weapons than anybody. You know, with what they've given you in this offseason. The Jets are not. They're just not. I think you're gonna see a very big improvement, especially on defense from the Jets, because of Robert Salah. And the running game should be real fun to watch. But they're not. It's too early. If they win 6 games, they're great. They did a great job. So Bills are in, Giants are a coin toss for me, Jets are out.
I feel like for the Giants, for the conversations you and I have had over the last few falls, I feel like I've come off as anti-Giant fan or like anti-Giants. But as an organization, they've made so many bad decisions that you just were like, okay, you had the chance to do this, but you didn't do that. You had the chance to hire this guy, but didn't do that. Like, it goes back to McAdoo as the hiring as a coach. Like, Joe Judge has been I feel like Joe Judge has been the best hire of the most recent 3 that they've had. But Saquon Barkley may not be healthy. The decision to draft Daniel Jones, this is the season where it's either you're going to be the guy or you're either the one to be the guy or it's done. Like, okay, if you told me this, who is more likely of the 3 to all be back in 2022? Daniel Jones, Dave Gettleman, or Joe Judge? Truthfully, I would tell you that Joe Judge is probably coming back for 2022, even if they go 6-10, 7-9. I can't feel that same way about Daniel Jones and Dave Gettleman, because if you go 7-9 and you're the Giants and you're below the football team, if you're below the Cowboys, look at Lindsay just staring at death right there. Look at that right now. But look, okay, Washington went to the playoffs last season. They got a better defensive line. The Cowboys get Dak Prescott back. The Eagles made a coaching change, but I feel like Philadelphia can be better with a better quarterback now in Jalen Hurts.
Is he a better quarterback?
I think Carson Wentz stunk. I hope Bryce can hear me. Carson Wentz stinks.
Yeah, but just because Carson Wentz stinks doesn't mean Jalen Hurts is any good.
I think Jalen Hurts.
I have to pause for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you SO. Who?
Oh, look at that. Levack, spin the camera around.
Yeah, who?
Isn't this nice?
Who?
There you go.
Who?
It's Levack's birthday. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Thanks.
ready. Yes. Yay, Levack!
All right, I'm ready to unwrap my presents. What?
Yay, Levack!
I will after the show. I'm ready to unwrap my present, and I want my present to be Maddie. So, Maddie, we're gonna unwrap you now, if that's all right.
All the views
She
just
said
went
okay.
out. Look at this.
She said okay. So there you go.
Nothing else going on. Why not?
That's what everybody wanted.
All right, there you go.
The
There you
comments got
go.
fulfilled.
That is the lucky. That is my good luck charm, Maddie. That's why I come to Hooters to watch football. It's it. It's the only reason.
So yeah, I think Jalen Hurts, and maybe that's the college bias to me, because I always think about Jalen Hurts like this: if you're good enough in any position to start as a freshman at Alabama, you're a big deal. Jalen Hurts did that as the quarterback at Alabama. So yeah, that's what I fear about the Giants. I think the NFC East was so awful last year, but with some changes across the board, I feel like they're going to be better,
I think you're
but
gonna
not
get
good
stabbed.
enough to be a playoff team. Please
you're
don't
gonna-
hurt me, Lindsay.
I think you're gonna get stabbed. Lindsay's over there. Lindsay.
Think it's going well. She showed me her
She's-
tattoo of the
She's one
Giants
of them-
earlier.
She's a diehard Giants fan. You're talking smack about the Giants.
Am I going to get blocked on
You-
Twitter now?
No, you're gonna get shoulder tackled. Slide over, guys.
All right. How do you do
Give her
this
these,
thing? There you
and
go.
then let's get her on.
So plug your podcast so Guys Little Media can sign you.
I thought she already had it. I thought she was already signed.
No, she hasn't. Big contract negotiations. Oh, you're good. I got you.
Here. You know you don't know what you're doing if Goz has to do it.
This many. There you go.
This many.
It goes over your ears. Watch out.
All right.
Push this
So
down.
Lindsay is my assistant over at the Empire, or we like to call her Arts and Crafts. She actually designed the championship T-shirts we were selling today. All right, diehard Giants fan.
Die Hard, of course.
Who's going to win the NFC East?
What do you think it is? It's the New York Football Giants, baby. We're taking the East, all right? It's Danny Dimes' time to shine, all right? It's a make or break year.
Goz said they're like. Did you say they're the worst team?
No,
You said they're the worst team. in the East.
No.
Goz, you said they suck.
I said fourth place. I didn't say the worst.
There's how many teams are in the NFC East?
4?
Yeah. So he said that your Giants are the worst team in the NFC East.
Look, Saquon's back. Saquon is healthy, okay? You have Kadarius Toney. You have Kenny Galladay. Daniel Jones finally has legitimate weapons. And look, I love Sterling Shepard. He's a great guy, but he's a slot guy. He's not the kind of guy who can take the 5-yard slant 80 yards down to the house. Kadarius Toney has the speed to do that.
Young Joka, by the way, that's his rap name. True story.
Oh, he has
True
a rap
story.
name.
Yeah, Young Joka.
Okay.
It's true. It's a real thing.
Is it Y-U-N-G?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so. No, yeah.
Okay.
So
Look. And also, Daniel Jones knows it's a make or break year,
right.
And New York is a hard market to play in, and Daniel Jones knows if he does not perform well this year, he is out. And also, Saquon Barkley being back, that's going to do big things for Daniel Jones, because you have somebody like Saquon Barkley, you're the opposing defense, you're focusing on Saquon Barkley.
What do you
all day.
love more, the Giants or Daniel Jones?
That's hard.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, it's Daniel Jones, and I mean,
Eli's your guy, though, all time. That's your man.
Yeah. Eli Manning is like, I would die for Eli Manning. I would take a bullet for that man.
What about Graham Gano, the kicker for the Giants? Any thoughts on him? No? All right. I'm sorry. See, but this is what I get all day. Hey, did you finish the design for the T-shirts? The Giants are going to win, and here's why. This is what
they
happened.
are. And I talk about it all on Back in the New York Groove on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
It's pretty great. I will plug my own podcast.
That's how you plug a podcast.
Yes.
Soon to be on God's Little Media tonight, maybe. I'll start my
new guy?
recruiting process.
New
you
kicker.
should,
All right.
because
Just a
we're
small portion of the
good.
team right here.
All right,
good.
new kicker. All right, there you go. So come buy a
Giants-
T-shirt. There you go. They're coming up. They
Look
want
at
to take a
this.
picture with the trophy. Is that? Yeah, get in there. Take a
Okay.
picture with the trophy. We have the
Nice photo
trophy here.
binder photo.
I'm not going to show you. I'll show the trophy though, so people know it's here. She's ready to go, and then she's going to take a picture with it.
There you go. I'll
So-
try to get my fat head out of the way, sir. I'm sorry. There you go.
Guys, you don't have to stop talking just to get your
No,
fat head out
I
of
don't
the
want
way.
to ruin the picture. No, I'm sneaking over her shoulder, though. There you go.
There you go.
I'm
Oh,
disappointed,
man.
So
Daz thinks.
Well,
We're
Levack,
finishing
what do you
last.
think? Jets, Bills, Giants? You threw me under the fire there, and I'm still sweating from Lindsay. She
Notice
knew her
how, like,
stuff.
she's staring laser holes through the back of your head right now. Look, I think on paper, Cowboys are the most talented team in the NFC East on paper. but they were the most talented team in the NFC East last year. McCarthy's a crap coach, and it shows.
Probably the year before that and the year before that. Every
Yeah.
year they've been the most talented, yeah.
So you do make a great point. I really, really like the football team. I like the coaching staff. I love their defensive talent. You got Fitz Magic now, so I think they're gonna be hard to beat. It comes down to Daniel Jones. The Giants defense is going to play solid football. The special teams is going to play good football. You've shown that you can do a rotation of offensive linemen and not lose anything, which doesn't make any sense. It's Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones is gifted, if he's talented, if he actually runs for an 80-yard touchdown instead of tripping over his own feet, they're a winning team.
Not tripping 5 yards in front of the end zone would be really helpful. So
Right.
Daniel Jones, if you're listening, let's keep it upright.
By the way, Daniel Jones, if you're listening, call us.
Yeah,
What's up?
call me. I'm
No.
single.
Get out of here. Go sell shirts. Get out of here. All right, Lindsay's out. Go. That's it.
Thank
She made her plug to be Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. So
The Jetters are the only ones they left not to talk about. What's up with Gang Green, Robert Saleh, Zach Wilson?
I just think you're hoping to show improvement. That's if you're a Jets fan, you want to see signs that you got the right guy. You want to see signs that your coach is. Oh my God. Oh yes. All right, everyone. They just heard that Casey smells. Here, come on. There you go.
There's the smelly person.
Yeah, they're smelly. I always smell though, so it's fine. But thank you very much. Thank you. I think I don't know if I might like the nurse's outfit better than the Hooters outfit. I might like the nurse's outfit better than the Hooters outfit. I mean, I think this works for me. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
All right. Well, I'll see you later with it. All right. Maybe without it. So I had to try.
That was very good.
Shoot your shot. You gotta shoot your shot. You gotta shoot your shot.
On the Insta.
No, all right.
Improved Jet team.
Who's improve. That's all you're looking for is improvement.
Yeah, like Zach Wilson's looked great in the preseason. That's awesome. It's wonderful. But, I mean, he's still a rookie. He's lighting up against sometimes backups. He's good at BYU, but he was in college. He played against some bad teams too. So, I think improvement's the answer for the Jets. I think Robert Saleh's a good coach. I just don't know who the hell's going to make plays for Wilson. Like, again, in similar fashion, we talked about the Cowboys. Like, they've always been a talented team. The Jets' skill players, Michael Carter's a rookie running back. Corey Davis was a great player, another one in college. It was disappointing for the Titans. They don't need him anymore. I just don't know who's going to make plays. And I feel like I've said that like the last 4 or 5 years for the Jets, who's actually going to be the standout players. That's tough with a rookie quarterback. I feel like they get more wins, but there's a significant drop-off in that division after Buffalo now. There you go, Bills fans. Like, the Patriots are going to have questions of who's going to play quarterback.
I think the Pats are going to be – I mean, look at what they've done. The Pats are back. They're back. They're not going to win it all, but they're back.
Who's quarterbacking? Cam or Mac Jones?
Doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't – both of them are going to work. You've got a way improved defense. You got a bunch of your players back. I think Jonathan Smith is going to be a guy that you want to watch as a tight end in your drafts for fantasy. I think the fact that you coughed up Sony Michel tells you that he wasn't going to be your guy anyway. There's a lot of talent on that team. They're way better this year than they were last year. Way better. But they're not going to be the Bills. But the Dolphins are good too, man. The Dolphins, depending upon the quarterback situation they're good too. The Jets are the team that right now has the least expectations, but again, can impress the most, believe it or not.
Miami's another team too in that AFC East, like you mentioned, teams that are active in the offseason. Boy, Tua looked amazing at Alabama. He looked like he shrunk and couldn't throw and was injured.
Yeah.
He's got to have a season where he has a really strong year too. Yeah.
What didn't he start at Bama as a freshman?
No, because
he took over though, right?
He started in one. No, yeah. So basically, what happened was he took over in the second half of his freshman season in the national championship game. So then he came back as a sophomore, and there was that battle between those guys of who was going to start between Hurts and Tua. So he played as a freshman.
So he took the job from Hurts.
He did.
But Hurts is going to be good.
Yeah, Hurts will be good. What? You don't think Hurts was better than Tua last year, even though it's a smaller window? I think Hurts has a better season this year than Tua. I'll do it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's good. Like I smell better than dog crap. That doesn't mean I smell good. Like you better season than Tua doesn't necessarily mean anything. If he plays all 17 regular season games, it'd be a better season than Tua.
Tua now with the Waddle from Alabama, because he's former teammates there too, he will be better, but I don't know if he's ever going to be like, oh my God, tank for Tua, the greatest quarterback. The hype that was around him coming out of Bama before he got hurt, Wasn't Trevor Lawrence like, but it was close.
Oh, it might have been
He's
worse
been
at one point.
Maybe.
Because like I said, it was tank for Tua. It was all these things, and then you had like Paul Feinberg, a couple other guys going. Hey, I just want to point out he's small. Like there were people who come out like he if you're gonna dookie all over Kyler Murray and all these other guys, you might want to save some of that dookie because Tua's not a big dude and he don't run. So
just thinking in my head, the diaper had to change this morning, like saving the dookie. I physically gag over the baby diaper, like that. I can't get
How old
over
is
it.
Rex now?
14 months.
He doesn't just do his own yet? Come
No.
on. I thought he'd be gifted by
But he
now.
stares at people when he's taking a dump too. It's like, look at me, I'm gonna
He's
shit my
so
pants.
angry.
You're changing me. I'm gonna
He's
shit
such
my
an
pants.
angry child. He's my like. He should just be memes. Like there should just be like just pics of him like Rex judging things, like Rex looking at a banana with anger, like in disgust. Rex looking at you while you're changing him, like do better, big man. Hey, SpongeBob. Back to front to back, buddy. Come on.
My God.
Life appropriately.
What a sicko. Do you want to answer Anthony's question here in the chat?
Yeah, we're at Colony Hooters. That's there it is. We're at Wolf Road. There's no other Hooters around. Like we're the only
Where
ones.
does Anthony think
Wolf
we're
Road.
going? Is he
Wolf Road,
Anthony,
man. Get in here.
If you're listening to Utica or Syracuse, that's a cool part about this podcast. Audience is all across upstate New York.
I don't care about any of you.
I don't know if there's a Hooters in upstate New York besides the city. So come to Colony.
Well, that's
Drive
not
out.
upstate New York.
No, it's not.
Jackass.
That's right. Binghamton isn't either.
And by the way, at Hooters on Wolf Road, of course, every Wednesday is Wings Day. Great wing specials and everything like that. But during football season, $3 Miller Lite, Coors Lights, $5 Sam Adams, Sam Seasonal, Sam Jack, Dogfish, Pumpkin, all those great specials. Truly cans, the whole nine, ready for you during football season here at Hooters on Wolf Road. Hooters make us happy. Also, while we're here right now and you're watching on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page or on the Godzilla Media YouTube page, don't forget that we do have the official Albany Empire Championship shirts are available for you right now. My boy Tom bought one already, and I know Cam's going to get one at some point over here. But I said you would, Cam. Don't be so defensive.
Stop waiting, Cam.
Ow!
Now it's $100.
Now you have, Cam.
Yeah,
you have,
that's
Cam.
simple.
Now Cam, you have to stitch your own. Cam has to stitch his own. So we're here, and also you can sign up for your season tickets, get those set up. Lindsay's got all that under control for you, and Lindsay's really ugly assistant seems to be sitting over there as well. Uncle Fester. It's like Uncle Fester and Tony Soprano had a baby. That's what Mike Corda looks like, doesn't it?
Can we do this? Can we turn the camera? Because it actually is a good segue to what's going to happen here. So try to get Mike on the camera. There's Mike. Now,
like if Tony Soprano and Uncle Fester had a love child, that's what Mike Corda looks like.
Levack, keep twisting it though, because I think this is my fault here now. Okay.
What are we doing?
So here's the scope of Hooters right now. Okay. So you can notice
there's the trophy.
We have three guys.
Can't wait for you to get a friend this year.
Yeah, right. So this is the area of the Godzilla Media Fantasy Football.
The Goz Minions.
But what's happening though is that a lot of these guys have never met each other before. So each one is at their own table right now on their cell phones.
If you angle this right, the closer's head and Quarter's head just look like boobs, like a pair of boobs. If you angle it just right.
Please watch this at 2 a.m.
By the way, please watch as my paycheck vanishes starting. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mock the owner of the team you work for. It's a stupid move.
So what I was hoping was Tom from Johnson Supply and Kyle from We Talk Fantasy and Trav from the Trav and Rigney Show. Everybody was going to sit together and be at one table, but all three of those guys have never met each other. So right now we're just scattered across. I feel like following the show, we'll all come together as one Godzilla Media unit, or this will continue for the next few hours.
What we should do is we should have each one of them come on and give us a fact about themselves that nobody knows.
Ooh,
you
really want to?
I don't know. I don't know if any of the other shows are any good. I don't know.
If you want to do that, we will do that. Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you want to, I don't care. Whatever.
No,
whatever.
We'll do this instead.
We never even fixed last week. Am I getting paid? Do I get money?
Yes,
I do.
I texted you. You're getting paid.
Yeah, Kyle says you're making this real awkward. Yes, dear. I love it. Maddie just comes over and goes, "When's Dan going to be? Boston Dan is going to be on scene. Here's Maddie.
He's in our league this year.
Maddie, you're so pretty. You're such a beautiful woman. Get over here. You're making the show better." Look at all the hearts and everything going up.
Wow, that just changed really fast.
She's got the luckiest hiney in the world. When she used to sit next to me for Raiders games, they'd win. The one game that she didn't sit next to me is when Carr broke his leg. So swear to God,
MVP
it's
season.
a true story. Yeah, Well, do you want to debut the luckiest spot in the cap region? Hold on.
Go.
There you go.
Why is this the highest viewed podcast we've had so
There it
far?
is.
This is interesting.
Yeah, of course. It looks phenomenal.
I don't know what it looks like from that angle.
I'll bring a camera over later.
Fantasy football we were talking about. I know no one wants to go back to that topic because
Listen,
of what we're
if your fantasy is football right now, we have problems. I have another fantasy, and it has nothing to do with football.
Someone just yelled out, "Shut up, God!"
Yeah, right. It's
What'd you make awkward?
because he's trying to get everybody to mingle over here.
Oh, that's awkward.
Do you want to actually jump on? You want people to be able to hear you? No,
No, okay.
she doesn't know.
Radio voice, like you
No, we're not on radio.
What are we talking
We're on the internet. Well, you can't. If you're going to keep asking questions, you got to put that.
She's gone now.
What?
Oh,
She's getting
grabbed
a chair. All right. So Goz is off the show.
What?
No. Yeah, you get paid tips.
This is a podcast.
Hold on, let's see. Can we get this back so everybody's on? All right, I'll come over this way. Here, you come over this way, and then we'll get Goz in too.
This is
I'm not making this
There we
awkward,
go.
am I? Hello, here I am.
You two make things awkward. I'm sorry. It's just who you are.
Welcome
All
to the podcast.
How long have you? So, how many football seasons have you been here?
This will be my 7th.
How much do you actually care about football now? Do you care about football at all?
No.
Do you have a favorite team?
I actually finally just picked one. So after wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, you
good.
can't hear yourself?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
So after 7 years of working here, every single football shift, I have been asked what my favorite team is. And I'm always like, oh, I don't know. And everybody's like, you have to pick a team. But like, how do you pick a team? Because normally you grow up,
Right.
like
right.
Yeah,
family,
team, right.
whatever. But I finally figured it out. I am a Bills fan now, officially. Maybe I'll be
Bills fan?
awkward again.
No, you're good. You're good. You're a Bills fan? You
Yes.
chose the Bills?
Because I didn't have anything else to go. I heard they're not very good.
No, they're great right now.
Oh, are they?
You jumped on at the right time.
I heard that Bill stands for boy, I like to lose Super Bowls.
So why did you choose them if you thought that was the thing?
Because I heard their tailgating parties are the best.
That is also true.
So
That is
that's
true.
what
Will you jump through a table?
Absolutely.
What if it's on fire?
Have you seen me blackout drunk? There's not much I wouldn't do.
Like when you say there's not much you wouldn't do.
No, like I mean it. It's very unfortunate.
So the show's over. We're going to get a drink. Somebody,
There's so many follow-ups
seriously, I just want
there.
to make sure I'm not on that list of things you wouldn't do. That's all I want to make sure. That's all I need to know.
Oh my God, we should put you on the bar stools.
No, I'm too
No, no,
big. I'll
no.
go through it.
Come
I'll go
on.
through that like a wet turd through toilet paper. It's not good for anybody.
How about we do the rest of the podcast with a paper towel roll in your shirt so you can have boobs like me?
Can I check and see if they feel the same? Is that? See, that's not a no. That's not a no.
I just got nervous.
There you go. Stranger danger. All right, man. Go away. You're distracting me.
I'm bored.
Will somebody come in here at Hooters on Wolf Road and make sure that Maddie's not bored anymore?
Tell
Please
Dan,
come see me.
tell Dan to cut you, and then we'll all have
And
some
we'll have
drinks
drinks.
together. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
there you go. I love her so much. I don't know if it's a good show today, but it's a good one
Oh,
to
it's
watch.
fantastic. Here's the thing, though. I'm getting grief from everybody in this fantasy league. And by the way, your fantasy football drafts, you can have them right here at Hooters. We see one league walking in right now. Shout out to my guy, Davey, who just left. Thought he was a part of that league. He's got the championship. Look at that belt right there.
Is that our belt?
That's a world champion belt right there.
Whose belt is that? Ours?
That is not our belt,
Oh,
but we'll get one.
I know. I have a trophy. I have a trophy.
You do have a trophy.
A world champion trophy. That's what I got
Is-
right there.
Is 14 teams too much for this fantasy football league?
No, I think 16 is too much. I think 10's too few. So 12 or 14, I think is a sweet spot. You know, especially you rigged it. I had the 6th pick. So I think in a 14 team league, the 6th pick is a sweet spot because you get all the hype picks are gone, and now you got to actually do best available. You got to have a good strategy going, the whole nine.
Yeah, 6 is nice because you got that mix between, do you still want to go with the running back? You go first wide receiver, first tight end. 6 is probably a dream spot for most people they want in their fantasy leagues. I like 14 teams in fantasy leagues because, one, your decision-making weekly is actually a lot easier because when you have smaller leagues, you really got to focus on who's got the best matchups. And 2, I like the idea that you play everybody in your league once.
Okay.
So, for instance, if you're in a 10, 12-team league, you might play somebody twice and they have the best team in the league. Your team was great, but you lost to the best team twice. You play everybody once.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's see this.
What?
Coach Tom. Coach D. Coach Maness. He just said we're looking good.
Appreciate you, Coach.
We miss you, Coach. Hurry up, get back to the Kappa region. We want to talk football with Coach, man.
I like the
14.
Yeah, I like the constant trash talk across fantasy football because now we've got different people a part of it, different podcasts, different businesses. Boston Dan's representing.
Who are the other podcasts represented in the Godzilla Media Fantasy Football League?
We've got the Trav and Rigney show.
Okay.
We talk.
Is it
fantasy.
Trav and Rigney?
Both are in it.
But separately, they're not making. You're not making them pick together. Okay.
I made a mistake on the We Talk Fantasy podcast. So Kyle, who's sitting right there, and Chad Davis both host the Fantasy Football podcast.
Yeah.
I noticed that Kyle had signed up for the league, forgetting that Rigney's first name is Kyle, and then Kyle got kicked out of the league.
Oh, all right. So wait.
Yep.
All right. So who? So
Sports with a Xena T are in there. Bryson Taylor, who you know well.
Okay.
Those guys are in it. Ryan McCarthy from No Credentials Required is in the league.
Okay.
Matt Woods from OTB Over the Bar podcast, which you're not a fan of.
No, because he owes me punishments. He owes me multiple punishments from back in the day when we all did the radio show together. He was supposed to have tomatoes thrown at him. And he also was supposed to have to drive the golf cart on a driving range to pick up the balls, and we'd all drill him drill golf balls at him. He still owes both punishments, and now that we're on some form of a broadcasting platform together again,
That's right.
he is dead to me until he pays off his punishments.
And I don't see him here.
No, you know why he's not here? Because he's like, oh, there's no tomatoes. Guess what? Boston Dan runs this place. Boston Dan's one of my closest friends. I was in a guy's freaking wedding. Unlike some people who didn't let me be in their wedding, didn't even let me talk at his wedding. I'll guarantee you, Boston Dan comes through that door with tomatoes, and Matt Woods is getting pelted.
I hope so.
It's happening.
Because guess what? Woods just texted me and said, "Hey, should I get an Uber? Are we gonna have beers tonight?" Guess what? He's showing up after the show. He's got his whole thing figured out in his head.
I can't stand him.
So he's there as well.
Coach D, no, get out of here.
And then the other show was, who did I miss?
Who's Pugsley 927?
Yeah, that's Sean Martin, who is a huge Raider fan like you. He has, I believe, the number 2
He said, I better
pick.
pick the Raiders early if I want them. # just win, baby.
From the M and the M&M Across the Board podcast, he said he's going tons of Raiders. I said, you like to find at least 1 or 2 Raider because that's your squad.
Yeah.
I don't know how his draft's going to go. He might be the guy who goes just full across the board. He texted me the number 2 pick is going to be Henry Ruggs. So I don't know what Sean's strategy is going to be.
Ruggs burned me last year pretty good. I took Ruggs probably about 6-7 spots before I should have. Not like of my own, but I could have got him on the wraparound and I took him too early, and he just didn't really do much for me. I don't know if I'll take Ruggs. Maybe I would take Ruggs late. I've done 2 drafts so far. I went from being in no leagues, nothing. I had nothing going on. Now I'm in the Hideaway Pick'em. I'm in the Muddies Pick'em. I'm in the Hideaway Survivor pool. I'm in the Muddies Rollover pool. I'm in 5 fantasy football leagues.
5?
5.
You went from 0 to 5 that
5.
fast?
Yes. So,
man,
I'm like now, I've done 2 drafts so far. I've got Jacobs on both teams. I probably went too early on him, but I think having Kenyon Drake is going to make him better. I think it's going to take some of the wear and tear off of him. I love the idea that we have the Drake and Josh show in the backfield. I think Kenyon Drake is going to be a receiver and Jacobs is going to be a running back.
This is the least amount of fantasy football leagues I've been in probably 7 years, and I'm in 4 leagues. I'm in 3 back home in Syracuse and this one here. So I'm in 4 leagues, and I know the point you just made too, once you're in more than 1 league, the temptation to keep the consistent players is always there because you know they're going to be there. And it also is weird when you're in multiple leagues and you could potentially on a Monday night be rooting for and against a player that can help you win or lose a game. And that's always a bizarre spot to be in.
You almost can't watch.
No. But I'm excited to see how
I have the same quarterback, same running backs in both leagues.
There you go. Make it nice and easy for you. Already know what's happening.
Yep. Yeah. So we got our draft coming up tonight right here. We're going to do that live at Hooters. You want to come by and distract everyone who's not me? That'd be great. So what pick are you?
I'm the 10th pick.
Okay. All right.
I hate it. I despise it.
That's all right. I was a 10th pick in a 12-teamer last night. Not last night, 2 nights ago.
I feel like I'm going to be the guy in the second round that's going to reach on Mahomes. Because that's the one thing about bigger leagues. If you're in bigger leagues like this, 12 or 14 teams, and Anita Marks used to say this. Anita Marks, who we've talked to before, he just says, if there's a player you really want, that's your guy in fantasy. And this is a good piece of advice here. If you're doing your draft coming up and you just have a player you love and you know you're not going to get him on the wraparound, Just take him when you have the pick.
What'd you say about reach arounds?
Just take him when you have the
Yeah,
pick.
yeah. Get your team. Don't get wrapped. Because here's the thing, like the rankings almost never go perfectly. You know, there's so you how many times do you look back at your team and go, I should have taken my guy when I didn't, and it would have been boom. You know what I mean? So, I 100% agree with that, especially in the larger leagues. Get the team you want. Don't worry about where the rankings are. But so I'm representing Levack and Goz. You're representing getting there with Goz on the go, Goz, Giblets, Goz, everything that starts with G's.
I changed my team name to the Gozillas.
The Gozillas?
Yeah.
I think I'm President Levack in this league. Yeah, President Levack in this league. I'm President Levack in this league. I'm Emperor Levack in another one. I'm out of exile in one. I've got a couple.
I won't respond to that third one.
I wouldn't.
I want to.
And then like I'm in one where my kid's in it, and I just her Ella Farts is the name of that team. If you got trash talk, you got to trash talk. You know what I mean? You got to get it done. So that's it. Football's back. The only other thing was got week 0 in college football this week. I want to wager on some games, but I'm tempted to just enjoy the games. Like Nebraska's playing Illinois, UCLA is playing this weekend, Fresno State's playing. College football is back. I was not a fan initially of week 0 because it felt like, oh, what a gimmick here. Right.
You were the one who told me this, that it was just about sponsors because I believe it was.
Well, Coke Zero was the original sponsor, yeah.
Right, so they called it week 0 in honor of Coke Zero. And I'm like, you know what? How could they do this? Just parade out these poor college athletes to play for a week ahead? No, I don't care. I'm getting college football on my television again. You get out there at week 0, go right ahead.
You worked with me for how many years? Every time somebody says, I'm like, we should do this, and I turn it into a sponsorship thing. It's money. Man, cash rolls everything around me. Cream get the money. $dollar bills, y'all.
That's right.
So it's all about
week 0.
All right, so we're gonna have the t-shirts for sale for a little bit longer over here at Hooters on Wolf Road. Hooters make you happy. Home of Wings Day, home of $3 Miller and Coors Lights during the football season. And we're also going to you can sign up for season tickets as well. Also, I'm getting weird looks from the table over. But yeah, come by, say hello, get your t-shirts. We're gonna have them in a couple different places as it goes on. But this is your first official chance to go ahead and get one right now. $30 for one, $50 for two, and we're gonna keep the empire rolling. You know, that's the goal. The trophy's here. You can take some pictures with the NAL trophy at Hooters. I want to thank our friends at Tech East Fire and Water Restoration. So. Speaking of the Empire, Empress is rolling in. We're ready to go. She's not here for me. She's here for a shirt. That's all there is to it. There's so many beautiful women here all of a sudden.
This is the most highest viewed YouTube video of all time. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, do yourself a favor. Subscribe and like the YouTube page and see what you missed here. We're going to be hanging here for the rest of the night. See, here's the hope, too, because I was dancing between what weekend we should have done this Hooters event. I think we picked the right one. Next week is the start of college football and everything else. By the way, one other hot take. UCLA is going to win the Pac-12. Chip Kelly figures it out this year. UCLA, go to Rivers and bet on UCLA. They're going to win it. I'm glad we picked this week. So if you're coming out, if you're drafting your fantasy football teams tonight, if you just want to hang and talk trash about how bad or how good some of these picks are tonight, we will be here hopefully until they tell us we have to leave.
Yeah, which usually isn't very early. So it'll be a lot of fun. I guess I gotta jump back on that horse, huh?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm still a little dented from last night. I guess I got a little hair of the pup going, huh? Is it time? Some ice cold beers. Get it rolling over here at Hooters. Come on by, say hello. Is that it? Are we done? Is that over?
I think we've hit everything. We were.
Do you want to tell everybody how bad you're going to be at fantasy football this year because you suck?
I'm going to be tremendous. All right, here's what I do with the 10th pick. Right here, I'll walk you through my strategies. Here.
I'm the 10th pick.
You're the 6th pick.
I'm the 6th pick. You're the 10th pick.
Here's what I'd say.
I was 10th pick last night.
I would say Levack here at the 6th pick is probably going to have a pick between like Zeke, Saquon, or Kelsey. You're probably all going to get
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams too. So I'm at 10, and I despise it because I'm probably sitting around guys like Jonathan Taylor.
My Venmo is at Jeff-Levack. Give that out for everybody.
I hope I get like Aaron Jones or Nick Chubb at 10. I would be very happy. I would get a Chubb if Nick Chubb's at 10. Put it like that.
I'll probably end up with like Devontae Adams or somebody like that. I think it's 6. It'll probably be what happens.
You get the choice between if you want the best wideout, best tight end, or like the 6th best running back.
Yeah, I always go best available player. I don't worry about any of the other stuff. I got guys up and down the board I can get.
And I'm cool. I'm probably going to be the guy who reaches into the second round and takes Mahomes. I've already convinced myself I'm going to be the guy who takes a quarterback early. Like that's something like national.
So I'm going to go Kelsey at 6, and I'm going to go Mahomes at my next pick.
No, not happening. He's not going to be by me.
Just to be because you get both picks.
Yeah, I get the wrap around. I get the snake it around. But I'm like, look, I'm cool with
right.
What is happening right now? Is this happening that
I'm selling shirts?
Oh, I was going to say for the
selling
second,
shirts
because the last podcast we were on, you got Venmo'd because people were complaining that I wasn't paying you enough. So at the end of the show, you actually were Venmo'd following the show.
Yeah, because you don't. I've never been paid. Like there's media, like everything's out there that Levack is part of Godzilla Media and all this other crap, and I didn't even think it was news. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I signed on with Techie's Firewater Restoration, got a check. I signed on with the Empire, got a check. You know, I come to Hooters, I get Venmo'd. Hey, Godzilla Media's got the news out. I don't get a check.
I mean, it's a 5 Monday month. Payroll will be figured out on Monday. Yeah, it's
I'm not gonna say that out loud.
In a month. 5 Mondays in a month. We'll figure it out.
What's my social? Out here. What's my phone number? I got that for you.
Just keep your Venmo
714-220-0. 714-2200. That's my phone number. 518-714-2200.
I don't know if that's really. Wait a second. That's not my number either.
No, it's the season ticket line for the Albany Empire. 518-714-2200, my friends. All right, everybody, listen. Let's get this draft going. Good luck to everybody. Thank you for I'm getting paid in grief. That's a good point. I do get paid in grief. So I do get a check. Do I have to call Jordan again? What do I have to do?
On Monday.
On Monday, I get a check.
5 Mondays in all. I guess we'll figure it out on Monday.
Is there a comma in the check?
I mean, it depends on how you.
There's no way to how to look at it. Is there a comma?
Commas, points.
So there's decimal point in the check. Is what you're saying.
I can put a comma above it, like the little Spanish mark they make on accents. I can do that if you want.
Oh, so now I can't say this guy's name. One of the other Godzilla guys is like, oh, okay, say every other host, but don't say mine.
No.
I'm not gonna say his name now.
Hang on a second.
I'm not gonna get guilted into saying his name.
Hang on.
If you're with us on Techie's Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page or the Godzilla YouTube, you see that there's another one of your Goz minions crying that we didn't say his name yet.
Ryan Katie's the host.
Well, you just don't say his name.
I have to. White Heat and the space between your ears.
Why it got to be White Heat?
I was mentioning the people who were here, and Brian unfortunately is being a safe person tonight. He's being very safe.
Brian, my heat doesn't see color. How dare you?
He is drafting from afar tonight.
How dare you?
He owed me a beer, by the way. He lost the bet about CM Punk, so he did owe me a beer. Well, I'm sure we'll figure that out.
I think he was going to buy me a beer too.
He was.
Yeah, and now he's not here. He's crying about not getting mentioned. Talking about White Heat.
I turned to my left. I see all the podcasts. I knew that was going to happen too.
Right. You knew Katie would find a way to not be here.
I didn't. No, that's not what I said.
Katie lost the beer battle, so he's like, I'm sick that day. What day is it? But you know why we said all their names, Brian, Katie? Because they were here, okay? Because they showed that they cared. They're at Hooters, where they belong. Unlike you, turd.
Download White Heat and the space between your ears.
Who's White Heat? He's got a co-host, right?
Yes, JJ.
JJ. All
JJ
right.
kind of looks like no one's going to get this reference. I'm not even going to do it.
No, do it. Somebody will get it. It's the internet.
I actually forgot the name of the guy. It was the guy. Oh, my God.
So you did not give the name because you don't want to get it. You didn't give the name because you couldn't remember what it was.
James Mitchell.
Who the hell is James Mitchell?
See, it was like the guy who looked like a vampire back at the WECW. See, nobody knows that reference. James Mitchell. You can look him up.
Who the fuck is James Mitchell?
He kind of looked like a creepy vampire is what he looked like.
So you're saying this JJ guy looks creepy?
No, I didn't say that.
So make sure you tune in to Creepy and Katie, a.k.a. White Heat, as part of Godzilla Media. Are you actually trying to sell these things? Like get people to go watch them and subscribe?
Does he look like James Mitchell?
Katie and Creepy, White Heat. Does Creepy get top billing or does Katie get top billing?
They can talk about changing the show. That's up to them.
Creepy and Katie, White Heat. Levack and Forgetful.
When are we doing this again? What is our schedule? Do we even know our fall schedule? You and I will be back next week at some point, correct?
I'm down.
Okay.
I got a little time. I got a little time. Coach. I know. Here's the deal, right? You want a little Albany Empire update? Coach T is working on building yet another championship roster. We're brought in. I can't name him yet, but when you find out who our ticket guy is going to be, it's somebody that you like a lot, guys.
Oh.
We'll announce that maybe on the next show. Lindsay's working her butt off to get all the stuff up. Everybody's hustling. Everybody's working hard. and I'm watching them. So if you want to do whatever, I'm the president. I don't have to do things. I'm the president. So I just kind of, I just ask a lot of questions, and then I walk away and I hide, and then come back when it's done. That's what's happening right now. So if you want to do 2 a week for football, I'll do.
All right, I'm down for that.
I'm ready to step it up, but I want double my not pay.
I might be able to do that.
All right.
Talk to somebody.
Oh man.
Do you mind coming to your house? We're gonna be out live, maybe at my house. We'll see where the fall takes us. I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want you in my house. We'll figure it out. All right, Levack, guys, we're out of here. We're at Hooters. Come by, say hello. Don't forget to get your Albany Empire gear. We're going to have that championship shirt ready for you. Just keep watching the Albany Empire social media, and we'll let you know where it's going to be next. We are accepting invitations. If you want Levack and Goz at your place, so you just found out we don't know where the hell we're going next. It could be your place.
House.
Thanks to Tech East. Thanks to Mohawk. I know you other people want to
Johnson
thank.
Supply in Troy.
There you go.
Yes, thank you. I thought you were thanking me. I'm sorry.
Thanks to Goz for absolutely nothing. Everybody, we're out of here. Have a great one. Enjoy your drafts, unless you're playing against me, because I'm going to smoke that ass. Later. Bye. Peace out.